Hey everyone, welcome to the Ollee Watch installation guide. This will take about 10 minutes to do with a standard set of tools. So let's unbox and get started. Inside the box, you'll find the Ollee Watch circuit board and the NFC sticker. The circuit board, of course, is the brains of the device. The NFC is optional, but I'll show you how to install that today as well. And of course, we'll be doing the installation on the classic F-91W, which is one of my favorite watches. You'll need a couple of tools to do this installation. So one's a small Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, as well as a pair of tweezers, so make sure you have those. I'm going to start a stopwatch here to show you in real time how long it takes. Obviously I've done this a few times, but it's really easy to do. First, start by removing the bottom cover. So you can take the Phillips screwdriver. There are 4 screws on the bottom of the watch. And as you're unscrewing them, make sure to put the screws somewhere safe. They like to roll off tables and surfaces, get lost in your carpet. You don't want to be in that position. Using your tweezers now, you can pop the back cover off. And with the tweezers, also remove the gasket carefully, just peeling it off the watch. I like to put the gasket on the table the way that it came off, so that way I can remember how to put it back later. Lift the watch movement out of the case. You can also cover the watch with a cloth and set it aside. That'll prevent dust from getting in. And now for the trickiest part of the installation is actually removing the metal bracket from the watch movement. So there are 4 retention clips around the edge of the movement, and using your flathead screwdriver, you can firmly but carefully just pry those clips off. The trick here is to be a little patient. It might take a few tries to get the clips off. Try not to warp the clips either, because you will have to snap the metal bracket back on later. Remove the battery from the board and set it aside. This is your chance to also replace the battery with a new one if you want, but if it's a new watch or relatively new, you definitely don't have to do that. Now, using the tweezers, unclip the battery spring contact from the front of the board. As you can see, it comes out in that little hole. And then you can just use your fingers to do the other side and just separate it from the circuit board. To install the NFC tag, we have to disassemble the display area as well. If you want to avoid doing this and not install the NFC, that's fine too. Basically, with your fingernail, you can unclip this area and push from underneath. That'll separate the display and the light diffuser. And don't forget to remove the conductive strip with your tweezers. And now you just pop out the display and the light diffuser. You want to install the NFC sticker on the matte side of the light diffuser, not on the glossy side. So just flip that guy around, peel the NFC sticker from the liner, and align it and stick it to the back of the light diffuser. Now we can go ahead and reassemble the display. So basically going in reverse, put the diffuser in, glossy side up, insert the display in, pop the clip, make sure they're in place, and now the conductive rubber strip goes back in. You can do this all by hand. Now it's time for the fun part. Let's get the Ollee Watch board into the housing. First, we're going to take the battery spring contact and just clip it into the board. It should snap right in. Take the board and put it into the display assembly. All the holes will easily line up and the board should sit flush. Take the battery with the bottom side, which is the negative, place that on top of the board. Put the metal bracket back onto the assembly now. One by one, snap the retention clips back into the housing. You'll hear a little click if it goes in just right. And at this point, you should see the Ollee Watch power on. Give the display area a gentle wipe with a cloth to remove fingerprints and debris. And now we're ready to assemble the movement back into the housing. Before putting the movement back in, use your flathead screwdriver to gently and carefully push the buttons from the inside out. They might have shifted during the disassembly, and it just makes it easier for the movement to snap back in. It will avoid colliding with the buttons. Now place the gasket gently back on the watch. If you orient it correctly, you don't really have to apply any pressure, it'll self-align. So just make sure it's sitting flush on the watch and it's not moving around. Now place the back cover onto the watch and we're ready to screw it back together. Remember, with these resin watches, you don't want to over torque the screws. Apply enough torque so the screw goes in tight, but don't over tighten it so it strips the threads. Press all 3 buttons at the same time and you'll see the test display come up. This lets you check that all the display segments are working properly. Press the mode button again to get out, and you're all done with installing the Ollee Watch.